Our story begins in the quaint, unassuming town of Meadow Creek, a place where manicured lawns and friendly waves hide secrets darker than the deepest night. Meet Arthur, a man haunted by a past he can't escape. Confined to his home after an accident, his days are spent watching the world go by, or so it seems. Arthur muttered to himself, suspicious. Something's not right. They're always watching, Arthur said, paranoia creeping into his voice. Across the street, the new neighbors, the Millers, seemed like the perfect couple. But Arthur noticed things, strange comings and goings, whispered arguments, and a darkness in Mr. Miller's eyes. I have to find out what they're hiding, Arthur said, determined. Driven by suspicion and a growing sense of dread, Arthur begins his investigation. He meticulously documents the Millers' every move, convinced they're concealing a terrible secret. One night, Arthur witnesses something that chills him to the bone. He sees Mr. Miller digging in the garden late at night under the pale moonlight. Whispering in disbelief, Arthur murmured, shocked. A body! He's burying a body! Arthur exclaimed, horrified. Convinced he has proof, Arthur calls the police, his voice trembling with fear. But when the police arrive, they find nothing. The garden is immaculate. The Millers deny everything, and Arthur is dismissed as a troubled, lonely man. Desperate to prove his sanity, Arthur decides to confront the Millers himself. He wheels himself across the street, determined to expose their dark secret. Arthur, isn't it? What a surprise! What can we do for you? Mr. Miller asked, his tone menacing. I know what you did. I saw you, Arthur said, accusatory. Mrs. Miller mocked. Oh, Arthur, you really shouldn't let your imagination run wild. The Millers invited Arthur inside, their smiles unnervingly warm. But as Arthur entered their house, he realized he'd made a terrible mistake. The camera pans across the room, revealing a collection of framed photographs. Each one depicts a different person, their eyes X'd out. The final photograph is of Arthur's late wife. Arthur gasped, terrified. We know all about you, Arthur. Your secrets, your guilt, your loneliness, Mrs. Miller taunted. The Millers close in, their smiles turning into predatory grins. Arthur is trapped, his worst nightmares coming to life. The scene fades to black. The only sound is Arthur's muffled scream and the Millers' chilling laughter.